There you are. I'm happy to see you back to One Warrior Girl's YouTube channel for Girlfriends Reloaded. We're wrapping up our study quickly. Today, we're in Lesson 6. Our topic is Wasted Time is Worse Than My Aunt Pauline's Peach Cobbler on page 73. Before we get into it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel and ring that bell. All right, don't laugh, but here's my cobbler story. When I was around 8 or 9, we would vacation every summer in Illinois, visiting my long-lost family members, my half-siblings, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousin, and we would spend the whole summer there. I was always super excited to go, but I personally regretted it any time we visited my Aunt Pauline's home. It seemed never to fail that she had just baked peach cobbler for dessert. And it never changed that peach cobbler was the dessert I hated the most. Even though she knew it was my stomach's arch nemesis, time after time she would give me a saucer of it in spite. It was always woe unto me. For there I sat, fashionably late, staring down at the piece of pie, and the last one at the dinner table. I felt boxed in, poking at the mushy pieces of peaches mingled amongst soggy dough and saucy goo, long after everyone had rubbed their tummies, wiped their mouths with the backs of their hands, sounding off in unison. Wow, that was great. As my happy crew of united siblings made fun of me as they raced off to play outside, I was destined to sit in silence, hopelessly frustrated. My options were to eat the piece of pie or sit at the table until I was relieved by my auntie, who was always busy talking to the neighbor down the street. So, there I sat on vacation, spending overtime hours at the dinner table just picking at the fruity objects on my plate, making smiley clown faces that never really smiled back. I made small villages and the solar system all while wasting time at the dinner table because I either wouldn't or couldn't stomach a single bite of that cobbler. My aunt was ruthless. She would make me sit there all evening long in an effort to make her point or to villainously discredit mine. I tell you, it was a game of sheer will, and I was destined, like clockwork, to lose. This cat and mouse game was as fixed as a bad hand of blackjack in a Las Vegas casino. She was the main attraction and the only game in town. What always threw me for a loop was that she knew I didn't like peaches. Yet, it seemed reasonable to her, year after year, that I was likely to eat her cobbler time after time. It was as if she expected me to forget the fact that I didn't like peaches, or to like them now because everyone else did. Regardless, faithfully or unfortunately, there I was, the runner-up for last place in the pie staring contest. Overcome by sleep, I lay cuddled up next to the slice of uneaten, unappealingly cold and stiff peach cobbler. Along with this annual rerun of wits, she would loom angrily over me in disgust, shaking her head and wiggling her finger at me in shame. While she picked up my cold saucer of untouched pie, I couldn't think of anything more disgusting than all the time I had just spent doing nothing besides sitting all evening long, intentionally left at the dinner table alone as the ultimate consequence. Please don't read me wrong. I'm not discriminating against rest, vacations, or quiet time, as these are necessary events of life meant to secure our quality of living that should be observed on frequent rotation. But what I am squawking about is squandering away precious time, like fighting with family members over wretched peach cobbler you'll never eat, because there was absolutely nothing gained, profited, or accomplished during the time spent invested doing the nothing thing you just did. Okay, that's it. But just so you know, I still hate peach cobbler as much as I do wasting time. Make the background music bright, energetic.